Maxie Madden.
Lucky, good to see you.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you, Lucky.
Andamo? You remember Mr. Madden?
Oh, how could I forget? That's the man who drew to an inside straight flush not once, but 3 times in one night.
Times have changed.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to you, Lucky.
All right, let's go inside. Thought you were in Miami.
I was. Just got in.
How'd it go?
It went.
With cards, horses, or dice?
My bags couldn't run. My dice all gave up craps. Cards were all deuces and trades.
Well, luck is a fickle mistress, Maxie. It will change. Can I buy you a drink?
No thanks. I've got a little business ashore, Lucky. You going to use your car tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Why? Sit down.
I'm doing a little collecting. Gambling debt.
Ay. Hey, you need any help? You collect the debt, I'll collect her.
16,000. Certified.
Certified rubber. That's why I have to do some collecting. I need some transportation, Lucky.
Why don't you rent a car or take a cab?
Well, like I said, it all went in Miami. I got the shorts. I thought maybe with your car I could...
Well, you see, Maxie, it's a new policy, huh? I mean, things that are personal have got to stay personal. Huh? Something like that, right, Lucky?
That's right, compadre. It's the insurance, Maxie. Maybe this will give you a lift. And be careful, Maxie. Don't push it.
Well, for 16 grand, I might take a few chances. So do me a favor, will you, Lucky? Keep the rubber check in the picture just in case.
All right. It'll be in the safe.
Thanks for the touch, Lucky.
Trouble.
Trouble? Don't care what time you get a man out of bed, do you?
Sergeant Hopkins, this is Mr. Lucky. Sergeant Hopkins is with the hit-and-run detail.
Good morning.
Where were you at 2:30 this morning?
Aboard the Fortuna. Why?
Can you prove it?
Possibly. Why?
Do you recognize this car?
I do. It's mine.
Smashed headlight, threads caught in the broken glass. Now do you want to prove you're on the Fortuna?
Not here, not now, not to you. If you're trying to say that my car was involved in the hit and run, suppose you tell me who was hit.
Now, we don't know that yet.
Well, when you find out, you know where to find me.
Now, wait a minute, Lucky. This is out of Sergeant Hopkins' hands. The word got downtown. Deputy DA wants to talk to you.
Look, Lieutenant, you know as well as I do that a hit-and-run charge has to be supported by a victim.
Don't look at me. All I know is the Deputy DA wants to talk to you.
I haven't anything to say to him.
Ah, Lucky.
I know. Don't try to fight City Hall.
That's what I had in mind.
Well, Lieutenant, Mr. Lucky, nice of you to drop in.
Well, Rovacs gave me the impression I had no choice.
You didn't. Mr. Lucky, the headlight in your car's been smashed. Threads clinging to the broken glass indicate hit and run.
That's possible.
What happened? Where and when?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea.
Oh, Lucky, don't play games with me. We have a witness. He saw you park your car, get out, and walk away. He remembers quite distinctly because you were in a big hurry.
You may have a witness who saw someone park my car. But if he says it was me, he's lying or he needs an eye examination.
Well, if it wasn't you, who was it?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Just what I said. Since I wasn't driving the car, wasn't even in it, I can hardly say with certainty who was.
All right? If you weren't in the car, tell us where you were.
When?
When? Well, last night.
What time last night? Look, Mr. Christian, when you give me the time of this so-called hit and run, I'll give you an alibi. You're not even sure you have a hit and run. You're trying to run a broken headlight and a few threads into a banner headline crime with me right in the middle. Well, I'm not going to hold still for it.
In other words, you won't cooperate.
Now, wait a minute. I didn't say that. There's just a possibility that whoever was hit is lying on the side of the road, badly hurt, in need of medical attention. Well, I don't want that on my conscience. So you ask your questions and I'll answer them.
All right. Who did have your car?
I'm not sure. But yesterday, Maxie Madden came out to the Fortuna. He asked to borrow it, and I turned him down.
Madden, the big-time gambler?
That's right.
He'll be at the Greystone. He keeps a suite there all year round.
No, he isn't. I checked right after Sergeant Hopkins called. He hasn't been seen since he left the hotel to come out to the Fortuna. Now, he might have taken the car. He knows where I keep it. The keys were in it.
Tell us, Lucky. Did Maxie owe you any money?
Oh, come on. You've been reading too many comic books.
Well, this isn't the first time that a man met up with an accident when he couldn't pay up.
Yesterday, I loaned Maxie Madden $100. I'd hardly try to get it back the same day.
Come in.
What do you got there, Andamo? A bomb?
You fight one revolution, a bomb. Yeesh. Oh, it's for you, compadre. For when you're in the calaboose.
Oh, thank you, Andamo, but I'm not going to the calaboose.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure of that.
You want a little action? I'll give you 6-4.
Watch the odds.
I don't gamble.
I'd say you do. Right now, you're gambling a very red face against a bare possibility that I had something to do with that hit and run. Well, Mr. Christian, anything else?
No, not for the present, but I have a hunch we'll be seeing you again soon.
You know where to find me.
With our compliments.
Lucky,
Yeah.
you didn't tell Christian why Maxie wanted the car.
Well, he didn't ask.
I'm asking.
Well, Maxie was going to collect a gambling debt. He had a certified check. It was $16,000 and a picture of a blonde.
Well, the blonde was genuine.
Yeah, but the check was rubber.
A rubber check for 16 grand? This I gotta see.
Well, you can. It's in the safe aboard the Fortuna.
Along with the picture of the blonde.
Endorsed by Ann Bailey.
May I? I'll give you 3-1, Lucky, that's a phony name.
Well, you'll have to come up with something better than that if you want to get your money back.
Oh, boy, I'd love to come up with her.
I wouldn't. Dames like that are expensive. And poison.
Yeah, but that's my kind of poison.
You recognize the Rovacs?
No, but I'll put her photo through R&I. See if the forgery detail can come up with something on this check.
Meanwhile, what about Maxie?
Well, we're already looking for him. Made about half a dozen calls from the Greystone. I got the numbers from the operators. But so far, nobody will admit or even try to remember that Maxie talked to them.
Well, that's not so strange. I suppose you told them the police were calling.
Well, sure. Who would you think I'd say? Machine Gun McGurk?
Well, you might have got an answer.
Oh, what are you trying to do? Tell us how to run the department?
Well, somebody has to.
So help me, Andamo, if you...
Don't get mad, huh? You know, I think he's got an inferiority complex. You want the name of a good head doctor?
Oh, boy, are you cute. I'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant, what about my car?
I told the boys to bring it back to your garage when they were through with it. Ought to be there now.
What do you think, eh?
Well, I think I know who the victim is. We know the motive and approximately when. Let's see if we can find out where. Hello, Ed.
Hello, Mr. Lucky. Andamo.
Hey.
Cops brought your car in. I already fixed that busted headlight.
Thanks, Ed.
Kind of looking like new. Hey, what's with those cops? They want the pedigree, name, rank, and serial number of the guy that borrowed your wheels last night.
Well, they have their reasons.
Why don't they tell me their reasons? The way they act, you'd think it was my fault that your car got a busted headlight.
They're from the hit and run detail.
Who got hit? Who run?
Well, that's what we'd like to find out. Do you have a pair of dividers and a street map?
Sure. Here you are, Mr. Lucky.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
So that's a very nice job you did in the front, Ed.
Thanks.
Maybe I'm stupid.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. You're always neat and clean.
Okay, I'm stupid, neat and clean. I'm also curious.
The last time I brought my car in, I asked you to change oil and lubricate, right?
That's what I did. What's the matter, Mr. Lucky? You think I snowed you or something?
No, I don't think so, Ed. But you did record the mileage on the doorpost, didn't you?
Like I always do.
Well, from that time until the police found my car, it had been driven 17 miles. A 17-mile total, a radius of 8.5 miles.
Oh, I see. You expect to find Maxie Madden in an 8.5-mile radius. You'd have better luck looking for Fidel Castro in a barber shop.
Oh, I don't think so, Andamo. 3/4 of this circle is in the ocean. The other is a thickly populated area. A hit and run would have been heard and seen and reported.
Well, then what's left?
Canyon Drive. Thank you, Ed.
Canyon Drive?
Maxie?
Yeah, it's Maxie.
Now I'd like to ask a question. How did you know he'd be here?
I didn't, for sure. My car had been driven for 17 miles after it left the garage. I used a road map and a pair of dividers.
That's good thinking. You were right about something else, too.
Oh, what?
About the victim being badly injured and needing medical help. Maxie'd be alive now if we got to him in time.
Well, how do you know that?
Oh, when he was hit, he was knocked way off the road. He crawled all the way back, trying for help before he died.
Now, would you like to tell us where you were last night? Or would you rather explain how a man can steal a car then run over himself?
We're wasting our time, Lucky.
I'm in no hurry, Rovacs.
Listen, Christian has him booked for felonious hit and run. We had to post bail.
This is one of the places Maxie called. The one nearest the place he was killed. I'd like to take a look.
I told you we did a phone check. I just as soon suspect the police commissioner as David Bullitt.
A bankroll in respectability doesn't mean that a man isn't capable of murder.
That's right.
I'd still like to take a look.
At what?
At the color of his hair, the shoes he's wearing, or his eyes when we mentioned Maxie Madden.
Oh, now, come on. I had coffee for breakfast. I've had no lunch. You want to look into somebody's baby blue eyes.
Oh, come on. Maybe they'll invite us for lunch.
We stand a better chance at the White House.
You stay here, Andamo.
Why?
Because.
I knew you'd have a good reason.
Yes?
I'm Police Lieutenant Rovacs. This is Mr. Lucky.
Hello.
How do you do?
I'm Ira Spoon, Lieutenant, and the only thing on my conscience is a parking ticket.
Well, I'm sure this doesn't concern you. Is Mr. Bullitt in?
Why, yes. Would you come in?
Thank you.
Pardon me, David. This is Lieutenant Rovacs of the police and Mr. Lucky to see you.
How do you do?
Hello.
Very pleased to meet you.
How do you do?
This is my wife, June.
How do you do?
You've met Mrs. Boone. This is her husband, Harvey Boone.
How are you?
Well, a police lieutenant and Mr. Lucky of the Fortuna. I'm flattered, gentlemen.
Oh, have you been out to the Fortuna, Mr. Bullitt?
Well, not yet, but it's on the agenda, however. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
We're gathering some information concerning a man named Maxie Madden.
Maxie Madden. Madden, I'm sorry, I never heard of him.
Well, he made a number of phone calls last night. Yours was one of the ones listed.
Well, he didn't talk to me.
Sorry, I can't help you.
I never get phone calls from strange men. My husband doesn't permit it.
Maxie Madden? No, but I seem to remember the name.
Whoever listed the call must have made a mistake.
That's probably what happened. Sorry to trouble you.
Oh, there's no trouble. What did this man do? He rob a bank?
He had an accident.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't serious.
Well, it's as serious as it can get. He's dead.
Well, we've taken up enough of your time. We'll be getting along. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you.
My pleasure.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Maxie Madden. Now I remember. He's a gambler.
Someone must have caught him cheating.
Oh, welching.
Well, no matter. Come along. The coffee's getting cold and the sandwiches are getting hot.
We'll be right with you. I just want to freshen up a bit.
All right.
We've got to get out of here.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. That Lucky character knows something. Did you see the way he looked at me?
You're imagining things. I'm not leaving until we trade a certified check for cash.
I don't like it.
There's no possible way of connecting us with Maxie's accident. They haven't a thing to go on.
Then what were they doing here?
You heard them. They traced a phone call, which doesn't prove a thing.
I still don't like the way that Lucky looked at me.
Well, neither did I. But only because I'm a very jealous man.
Oh.
Iris Boone.
Well, Laura and I didn't come up with anything on her, but that's possible. Maybe she doesn't have a record. I think I'll pick the two of them up and put them through the ringer.
There isn't an ounce of proof that they had anything to do with Maxie's death. The car was wiped clean, and those two are too smart to fold up under any questioning. All you have is a picture, a check, and a phone call.
Yeah, we'll sweat them long enough, hard enough. Separately, they'll sing.
Not those two. They're con artists, and very good ones, too. Somehow they became the house guests of the Bullets. And I'll give you 6 to 2 that David Bullet will get a certified check for a large amount.
No bet. They'll purposely lose a couple of grand in the Bullets. Pay them off with a certified check and then get the cash back for the difference.
No, it's the same gimmick they used on Maxie. It's Saturday, and the banks don't open until Monday. And the Boones will be long gone by then.
I think I'll go back to the Fortuna.
Andamo, I just got an idea.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Now, don't be silly. A child could do this job.
Excellent. Get a child.
All you have to do is go to the Bullets' home. They've never seen you before.
That is a loss they'll have to live with.
Ask for David Bullet. Tell him what we suspect. And if and when the Boones give him a certified check, he's to notify the police at once.
I have an even better idea. Send a telegram.
Oh, we haven't got time, and a phone call's no good. We wouldn't even know if we're talking to Bullet. Don't worry, we'll be outside.
Yeah, but I'll be right inside.
You certainly will. Come on.
Oh, boy.
Would you mind waiting in here, please? I'll get Mr. Bullet for you.
Oh, thank you.
He'll be along in a moment.
Thank you.
You wanted to see me?
Oh, Mr. Bullet? How do you do? My name is Andamo. I've just come from the police.
I see. Why?
Well, you have two people living with you here, Mr. Boone and his wife.
Yes, we do.
Well, they are crooks.
Oh, I can hardly believe that.
Oh, these are very clever, these crooks. You've gambled with them, haven't you?
A little, but they have lost.
Ah, that's where they are clever. Thank you. They will attempt to pay you with a certified check in an amount much greater than what they have lost. They will then ask for the difference in cash.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. Except that this certified check will bounce like a basketball.
How do you know?
A similar check was given to one Maxie Madden. He is now dead. Lieutenant Rovacs, Mr. Lucky, and I believe that your friends, the Boones, are the ones who did it.
Why don't the police arrest them?
Lack of proof. If the Boones attempt to give you a certified check that is phony, we will have proof. You will notify the police immediately, please.
Yes, I'll do that. And thank you very much, Mr. Andamo.
My pleasure, Mr. Bullet. Thank you.
Oh!
Hurry up, Harvey. We gotta get him out of sight.
We'd better tie him up. He isn't going to be out very long.
Well, that's a good thing I spotted him with Lucky in that car.
It's been gone long enough to recite the Declaration of Independence.
Well, you know, Andamo, normal job takes a half a day, a simple job even longer.
You should be out by now. I'll give him another 10 minutes.
Then what?
We'll call a cop.
I hope you don't mind. I don't have enough cash to cover our losses.
Well, that's perfectly all right. I'm truly embarrassed. We had such good cards, and
You had such frightful luck.
Please don't apologize. We had a delightful visit.
Let's see, the total amount is $4,650. Your check is for $12,000. That makes a difference of $7,350.
I've had worse luck in Vegas.
I had better last week. I'll write you a check here for the difference.
Oh, that'll be fine. If you know where I could cash it. It's Saturday, you know. We will need walk-around money.
Oh, I can give you cash if you don't mind carrying that much money.
Not at all. Cash is fine.
Good.
I hate to leave, but all good things have to end sometime.
You all packed?
Everything's in the car.
I said 10 minutes. I'm going up there and find out what happened.
Well, they might not invite you in.
I'll invite myself.
That's trespassing.
Maybe for you, but not for me. Especially if you aren't watching.
Thank you.
Well, we've had a wonderful time.
Thanks a lot, June. I'll write you.
Come back soon.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Boone, can I talk to you?
Sure.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Well, thank you. Well, come in, Lieutenant. I just this moment put down the phone after calling the police.
Well, you were supposed to call when you got the check.
Check? This had nothing to do with the check. I got a burglar coming out of my library with a rope in his hands. Obviously to be used in tying us up before robbing us. I hit him with a vase.
I'll give you 3 to 1. I know what happened.
Don't you ever bet on anything but a sure thing?
Not if I can help it. I hope it was an expensive vase. Where is he?
He's over here.
Compadre, you all right?
Oh, it's just not my day.
How do you get yourself in these predicaments?